Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're popping the hood on artificial intelligence. We're going to get past all the hype and the buzzwords to show you what's actually running the show, the real components that let a machine learn, create, and maybe even see the future. You see this phrase everywhere, right? Stamped on pretty much every app and gadget we use. It sounds incredibly powerful, almost like magic. But what does it actually mean when something is powered by artificial intelligence? Well, let's take a look at the engine behind that promise.
All right, this right here, this is our map for the journey. Right at the center, you've got the AI core, the brain. But the real power, you'll see, is in everything that surrounds it. We're going to dive into three key areas that make this whole system tick: how it learns, how it talks and creates, and how it finds powerful insights in mountains of data.
So first up, let's start with the absolute foundation of it all. How does an AI even get smart in the first place? It all begins with the learning core.
Okay, let's zoom in on our map here. We're looking at the very heart of the learning process, machine learning and deep learning. You can think of these as the twin engines that are driving pretty much all of modern AI.
So what's the deal with machine learning? Well, imagine trying to teach a computer to recognize a cat by writing out millions of rules for every possible whisker, color, and angle. It'd be impossible, right? So instead, with machine learning, we just show the system thousands and thousands of cat pictures, and it figures out the idea of a cat all on its own. It's a shift from rigid, step-by-step instructions to something that feels a lot more like intuition.
And if machine learning is the engine, then you've got to think of deep learning as the supercharger. It uses these things called neural networks, which are really complex structures inspired by our own brains. The deep part just means it has tons of layers. The first layer might learn to spot simple edges, the next one learns shapes, and the next might recognize an eye or a nose. It's this layered approach that's behind some of the most mind-blowing AI breakthroughs we're seeing today.
And look, this isn't just some far-off theory, it's literally all around you. You see a robot learning to walk by trial and error? That's reinforcement learning. Your music app knowing exactly what you want to hear next? That's it identifying trends. And your phone unlocking with just a glance? Yep, that's deep learning in action, recognizing the unique patterns of your face.
Okay, so an AI that can learn is one thing. That's powerful. But what happens when that same intelligence starts to, understand us and even create things right alongside us? That brings us to AI's role as a creative communicator.
All right, let's jump back to our schematic. We're now shifting our focus to two amazing, related capabilities: natural language processing and its superstar cousin, generative AI. This is the part where the machine really masters language and even art.
Natural language processing, or NLP. This is basically the bridge between our messy, human way of talking and the computer's structured world. It's the magic that lets your voice assistant get what you're asking, or allows a translation app to work instantly. It's how we finally get to speak to technology and have it actually understand us.
Understanding us is one thing, but what if the AI could talk back? Not just with answers, but with brand new, original ideas.
And that right there is where generative AI comes in. This is the creative engine. We're talking about the algorithms that can write a poem, compose a piece of music, or dream up a stunningly realistic image from nothing more than a few words you type. They don't just analyze what's already there. They create something that has never existed before.
And the way it works is actually this really elegant partnership. You provide the creative spark, the idea, with a prompt. The AI then taps into its massive knowledge base to analyze that idea and build on it. And what comes out the other end is a totally new creation. It's a true collaboration between your direction and the AI's power. So, AI can learn and it can create, but maybe its most critical job, especially in fields like science and business, is to find meaning in just chaos. So let's talk about the Insight Engine.
Our map now takes us over to two really critical functions: data analytics and predictive analytics. This is where AI moves from just knowing things to truly understanding the present so it can help us forecast the future.
Think of data analytics as AI being a super-powered detective. It can sift through millions, even billions of data points from market trends to medical research, and it can spot the hidden patterns, the subtle connections that no human ever could. It's all about finding the why that's buried deep inside the numbers.
I mean, understanding why something happened in the past is useful, for sure. But the real game changer is using all that knowledge to get a glimpse of what's just around the corner.
And that's exactly what predictive analytics is all about. By learning from all that past data, it builds models to forecast what is most likely to happen next.
This could be anything from a business anticipating what its customers will want to scientists modeling climate change. You might even call it AI's crystal ball, just, one that's grounded in a whole lot of data.
Okay, so we've looked at the individual parts, the learning, the creating, the analyzing. Now, let's pull back and see how this all clicks together to become a single, unified intelligence.
Looking at the whole picture again, the big takeaway is this. None of these things work alone. They're all interconnected. The learning engine is what powers the creative artist, which in turn is guided by the insights from the analytics detective. It's all one powerful, seamless system.
Because when all these pieces are humming along together in perfect sync, what you get is an intelligence that isn't just one of these things, it's all of them at once. It's incredibly fast, it's deeply smart, and it's built to be reliable.
And this isn't some sci-fi dream we're talking about for 20 years down the road. This kind of unified intelligence is already here, woven into our world, and it's evolving faster than any of us can really imagine. The future isn't coming, it's happening right now.
So, we've taken a tour of the engine that is powering our future. We've seen how it learns, how it creates, and how it predicts. The only real question left, well, that's the most important one. Now that you've seen what's under the hood, how is it going to change your world?